Hi, my name is Colman Domingo, and today I'm going to take you through some of the items that are truly meaningful to me. This ring is sapphire and diamond, and it belonged to my stepfather. And my stepfather passed in 2006. I didn't keep a lot of things. I'm not someone who keeps a lot of things. My other relatives wanted stuff. I kept my stepfather's trench coat, and I kept this ring. I didn't even know that if it was real or not. I just knew that my stepfather always wore it. He wore it on this finger that I eventually grew into, and it fits me perfectly. So this is, anyone who wants to know, I'm always wearing this ring, and it's, I went and got it appraised and found out that it was from 1942, 1943. My stepfather, he always taught me to be a man of my word. He said, don't tell someone something that you won't actually do. He used to sand hardwood floors, and I would work with him during the summers. And I remember this one time, because I liked working with them, because I like to also make money, because anybody knows me, I was a hustler since I was 13 years old. I was like, anytime I can make some money and do a job, I'll do it, which is why I stay booked and busy. So I was with him one day, and I saw him, he got up and his back was hurting. He said, listen, this is gonna be the last summer you work with me. I was like, why? Like, I thought I did something wrong. He said, no, because I don't want you doing this work. This work's not for you. I want you see these hands, and he would do this to his hands, and it calluses. He says, I don't want you to have hands like that. I want you to have soft hands. And I want you to use your mind, hit those books, and so you don't have to do this back-breaking work. He had a 7th grade education, and so he had to work hard and do blue-collar, strong work. He didn't want me doing this kind of work. He wanted me to use my brain to elevate and do something else. This is one of my most precious items. And this is my mother, Edith, and my stepfather, Clarence. I wonder if he's wearing this ring. His hand is tucked in, so he might be wearing this ring. I like to imagine that he is. This is one of their first dates, I believe in around 1980. This is after my mother was a single mother for many years after separating from my dad. And so they got set up on a date by a mutual friend of theirs. And this is them looking so sweet and turning out at a bar. This image has never been in a frame. I don't know why. I like it frayed and strange, a little torn, and it sits on my desk. And I like to just imagine what this early love was like. They're no longer with us. They both passed away in 2006. But their memory lives on because their love lives on in me. It's a happy times, you know? Real good happy times. And we gotta carry that with us at all. You know, again, it's never just about us. It's about all the things that have happened for me, even recently in my life and career and all, is because of these two people. They poured it all into me, into my siblings, and wanted us to be good humans and make a difference and use our brain. And yeah, so I owe everything to these two. So I keep this as a reminder. This is just a little cat that my husband Raul bought in Canada. And this sits in my living room. I travel a lot. And Raul calls me the cat. So the cat is always there in the living room. You know, the cat's always looking around and watching over the house when I'm not home. So there's a version of me. Apparently he said, this looks just like you. And I think it does, because it's brown, it's lean, it's got a little mustache, kind of spry. You know, he's kind of fit too. I like that, like he's been working out. So that's me. Now I've been with my husband now for almost 20 years. So it seems very sort of archaic the way it happened. You know, it was a Craigslist misconnections, you know, where I thought I was gonna write a misconnections after this moment when we walked past each other in a Walgreens in Berkeley. And then I went to Craigslist and he already wrote one for me. Even though technology was involved, it still feels very analog because there was no image or didn't know what I did or anything like that. It was just like, hey, I saw you and there was a feeling and I wish and hope to find you. And that's it. It was electric. It was electricity. It was a feeling that we couldn't explain. And I believe in that. I've always believed that that's the way you find love. I don't know what I would do if I was trying to find love now. I don't know if, I'm not for the apps, I think, you know. It's funny, I was with a friend of mine, I was showing me how this works, and he was swiping and everything. I'm like, what about, oh, and he swiped too fast. I'm like, oh my God, now they're going forever. What if that's supposed to be the love of your life? You swipe too fast. So I will go next to this little magnet of Saint Paul de Vence. Saint Paul de Vence is a little town in the south of France, and I went there because I am a James Baldwin lover, and I like to retrace Baldwin's steps. And I went to this, restaurant and hotel where Baldwin used to go, and apparently regale people till all times of night, eating food with his friends. I would walk the streets and look at this incredible village and think, wow, this is where Baldwin spent many of his last years on this planet. I wanted to just walk and see what he saw and understand why he needed sort of this peace in the world. The city is so charming and beautiful with little cobblestone streets, and it's kind of tiered up into the mountain. It's really beautiful. It's actually very simple. People seem very friendly too. Anytime I walked around, people were just like, bonjour, bonjour, ça va bien? Oh, mais moi aussi, très bien. I discovered Baldwin when I was about junior in college. When I was like, oh, James Baldwin. You would hear different quotes, but then if you take a deep dive into his writing, there was a short story that stayed with me called Sonny's Blues, especially as a Black man, as a queer man, as a man who loves and, I don't know, is curious about the world. He was my North Star. He was giving me words for things that I couldn't even articulate myself. How I felt about things, how I examined society and commercials, or what we're fed. And I always go back to Baldwin, always. Here's my next item. Everyone who knows me knows that I love to smell good. I developed that from my husband, actually, he's got an incredible nose. We usually play sort of a game in the morning whenever I put on something, because I have maybe 70 different fragrances, and I will put something on and try to, stump him. And what is this? Usually he guesses 9 times out of 10 what it is. This is Lang Ling. And why is this so precious to me? And why is there so little of it left? It's because I bought this in an airport in Vienna. It was during my 50th birthday trip to Europe. I spent 3 weeks in Europe, and I was just going with the wind. We bought tickets to London, and then I thought, we'll just go where the weather takes us. And I decided to go to Vienna because I'd never been to Vienna. Why? I don't know. So I went to see where Mozart roamed the streets. And I thought, oh, this was great, and it was wonderful. And I thought, if I liked it, I'll get some more. You think you could get anything online. No, you can't, not this. This is only available in Vienna, okay? I think not even just Austria, I think just in Vienna. So I've got to go back to that airport and find it, because I've tried to get it shipped, delivered, you name it. Maybe somebody out there can help me. If you can, I need more of this, because it's number 8, which is my favorite. And I wear this only on special occasions, since there's only so little left. The last time I wore this was to the Oscars. It's very fresh, and there's little traces of oud in there, and it's bright. I like things that are bright and sometimes a little grassy, but I'm not afraid of like some osmanthus in it as well. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a snob, but I do know about scents, okay? The next thing that I would like to share is this is a little sugar cookie, but it's a little more special than a sugar cookie. It was in my hotel room at the Mark Hotel just a few months ago when I went to the Met Gala. It was my first trip to the Met Gala, and it was such a special, magical night that I took every little thing that will help me remember this. I wanted to remember how it smelled, how it felt, how I felt. And the sugar cookie probably will never be eaten, but it will harden, but remain sweet, for the memory. It's magical. I mean, beyond the red carpet, everyone sees what the red carpet's like. It's amazing, you look amazing, you feel amazing, but then you go inside. That's where the real magic starts. You feel like you're part of an art installation. You look like art. You're walking through art. It's magical. When you're walking up the steps to the Met Gala, there were people dressed as fairies and nymphs, lying on the stair, aligning the stairs as you walked up. One was eating an apple, people were looking, they're whispering, They're making you feel like you're the most special being walking up those stairs. And so you feel like I literally was wearing a cape, so I felt like I was floating. It really was the most magical night of my life. Let's go for this. This is not only a bingo card. This is a bingo card that comes from a movie that I did in 1999 called King of the Bingo Game. Does that sound familiar? Because for anyone who follows me on Instagram, my name is King of Bingo. Now you know why. So I came up with that moniker because, you know, you're trying to get handles of things, and, you know, when Facebook started up, and this is after MySpace, everybody, where you start to get a name. So I was like, well, what is it going to be? And I was like, I think I'm the King of Bingo because I'm the King of Luck. And so this is the winning card, and this is exactly, is it the way it was in the movie? I think, no, but I won. Oh, this isn't closed all the way because this was the final one. This was the final one, 71, where I won bingo. So that's always a little open. So we'll keep it open a little bit, all right? This odd little, you know, paper mache figurine, which is a Daruma doll. And this Daruma doll I bought on a trip, my first trip to Japan. And what you do is, it's good for wishes. It's funny because it actually, as I look close up, it looks a little sad and in some strange way, and it has something around, I think it's carrying something, I don't know. But apparently you're supposed to hold it and put a wish inside of it, you know, with your thoughts. And your wish will come true. I won't tell you what my wish was, but I did wish something. It lives in my living room on a small little shelf next to one of my low couches where I sit, and I just, I take naps actually. And this is over. Maybe it's over there like listening to my dreams in some way, just or whispering crazy things into my head. I have no idea. This is, I didn't realize it was a precious item until I saw it. And this is something that was handed down from my mother to my sister to me, because you can see little bits of writing in here inside. It's a little Bible. And I remember when I was a kid, my mother was like, you always got to take your little Bible with you. Just always got to have some space for the word. Now, she was spiritual. She wasn't religious, but she did believe in carrying, you know, the good book around. I think she used to say that everything you really want to know is actually in the Bible. You know? Oh, what is this? April 4th, 1976. That's how old it is. Isn't that something? And wait a minute, there's something in here. Okay, I'll give you this, because apparently I used to write dreams and wishes and things and put it in the Bible, and I didn't even know it was back here. This is Dreams and Whispers for 2000. Number 1, be a beautiful person inside out. Number 2, become spiritually sound. Number 3, earn $100,000 in acting work. Number 4, act with ACT, The Public, Shakespeare Santa Cruz, Seattle Rep, Mark Taper Forum, The Goodman, The Huntington, and Off-Broadway. I've pretty much done all of these. Number 5, direct for the Kennedy Center, Berkeley Rep, and begin a great regional theater directing career. See, I was a kid at the theater. That's all I wanted to do. I don't know what I'm doing in film and TV. Number 6, take loving care with my relationships of love. Number 7, move to New York successfully. I did, and then I left successfully. Number 8, get out of debt. I got out of debt. I probably got some more, but I pay my bills. Number 9, take my loved ones on a trip to an island. Did I do that? I've taken loved ones other places, never to an island. I'm not an island person, but you know. Number 10, find a new love and appreciation for my spirit. That was 10 things I wanted in 2000. You know, I hope you guys enjoy learning a little bit more about me and these precious items. And I thank you, InStyle, for having me. Thanks for watching.